Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check. I need all my Knicks fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the field. Matter of fact, how do you say it from New York? What I say it from New York? Hey, yo, let's go now.
Hey, yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street. Alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs. Step back, hit a three. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy. Just to see the Knicks play. Make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us. Whole city is wild. This is New York. Why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty. Yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah.
Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Look, put your hands up. Hey, yo, New York City, put your hands up. Sky, baby.
Going on? It's your boy Bishop D-Lo. We're here, you're there. It is the Church Guys Sports Show for March the 4th, 2025. We are excited to be here. A lot going on in the sports world. A lot of different things transpired. Even stuff coming down even today with regards to our beloved New York Knicks and Karl Anthony Towns, who is our center and number 2 scorer on the team. Some things going on with him personally, which we're going to get into tonight. But before we do that, we want to welcome everybody to the Church Guys Sports Show podcast, where we as churchmen who love sports too are out here going to talk sports with you for the next hour and a half or so. We're going to talk sports, everything from basketball to baseball, little football. And yes, tonight we got to get heavily into it. We're going to talk a lot of WWE tonight because there's some stuff going on over there up in Stamford that, yeah, they cooking. They cooking. They just cooking right now. You know, there's no two ways about it. So, as always, as we get set to get into our show, I'm going to bring in our resident Bishop J. Mack is with us tonight. J. Mack, what's going on?
What's up, my man? What's up, my dude?
Ain't nothing. We out here just excited about what's going on in the world of sports. I guess Bishop L will be joining us very shortly. Before we do, I brought in one of my other brothers tonight, who's a huge wrestling aficionado, as me and Bishop J. Mack are, and Bishop L is becoming again, in the person of my brother, Q the Prophet.
New York.
Yo, what's going on, y'all?
Q the Prophet is in the building. He's here to talk some WWE with us on tonight, and we're about to get into it. But before we do, you know what we got to do. I need y'all to do me a favor, all of y'all that are out there. I need y'all to get this algorithm working. I need you to like, share, tag, most importantly, comment. We want to hear from you tonight. We want to know what you thought of different things that we're going to discuss on tonight. And just before we get into the depths of what's going on in the world of sports and in the world of sports entertainment, you know, I got to go through the scoreboard on tonight in the NBA. The Houston Rockets trail the Indiana Pacers by 10 as they are at halftime tonight. The Orlando Magic lead the Toronto Raptors 48-44. Right now, the Atlanta Hawks trailing the Milwaukee Bucks 39-33. New York Knicks early in the second quarter leading the Golden State Warriors at Madison Square Garden 31-27. Precious Achiuwa is playing tonight, and it's getting the start tonight as Karl Anthony Towns is out. We will talk about that a little bit later. Also later on tonight, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Chicago Bulls will be playing. Also, the Minnesota Timberwolves will take on the tanking Philadelphia 76ers. We got to talk a little bit about that Joel Embiid situation. There's a groundswell that Philly may be trying to get a medical retirement out of him, but we're going to talk about that. The San Antonio Spurs are taking on the Brooklyn Nets in about 30 minutes. Also, the Clippers and Suns will go at it tonight. And lastly, the Pelicans and the surging Los Angeles Lakers, which we got to talk about that as well tonight as well, the surging Los Angeles Lakers. So we got a lot to unpack tonight, and definitely we're going to get into the wrestling world as well, as Bishop L is set to join us. I'm just waiting for him to get his camera straight before I bring him on. I see him working with his camera, trying to get it straight from where he's at, and there it is. All right, we're ready. Bishop L is in the building as well. Let me get rid of this scoreboard real quick so we can get into it on tonight. Here we are.
What is Q the Prophet doing here?
Q the Prophet is here to talk some WWE with us tonight. He's a big wrestling guy as well, and has been as long as I've known him, which is well over 30 years. Well, just about 30 years. Oh my God, I'm getting old.
I've known him longer.
Still,
I've known him longer.
what's your point?
He can give. Matter of fact, he can give the history.
Yeah.
Well, we ain't got time to go back that far tonight. We ain't got time to go back that far. But we here tonight, getting into it. Let's jump right into it from a sports standpoint. Who got stuff going on in their background? Y'all better get that background noise together. Who got people in the background?
Oh,
All
that's probably me. That's my officer colleagues.
You
Lord,
see what I'm saying?
he at work.
We bringing these people on our show.
Uh-oh. See,
And they
you done got him
they
started.
don't have good sense enough to make sure to eliminate all of their technical difficulties.
Andre Marquise Rumble. Why you ain't on
Sipping
this?
some water.
Sir, I had the last time you were supposed to be on, I sent you the link and you ain't come on. Q hit me up last week and was like, I want to be on the next show to talk this WWE stuff, even before Elimination Chamber. So we didn't even know what was going to happen this Saturday when Q asked me. And I said, yeah, after Elimination Chamber, you come on next Tuesday. Who knew we were going to have this much to talk about?
Exactly.
As it turns out with the
Can we
Elimination
start-
Chamber.
Can we start with wrestling? Because I have to get back. We're currently overhauling the live streaming and house sound for the church. I got to get ready to do like a whole sound check and everything for that.
Okay,
let's go to wrestling first. Let's go to
jump
wrestling first,
right-
since the Knicks are currently playing right now and
Let's-
probably struggling.
No, they're up by 4 right now, actually.
I'm actually leading right now. in the
They're
second
winning right
quarter.
now.
In
So,
the second quarter.
and Q is in the building tonight. Yeah, Sam Jennings says Q is in the building. So let's jump right into it. I was going to ease into it, but let's go for it. WWE Elimination Chamber on this past Saturday, premium live event from Toronto, Canada. Saw WWE, as we know in recent years, obviously the road to WrestleMania starts with WrestleMania season in January, which is usually the time of the Royal Rumble. This year was February 1st. We had a great Rumble, highlighted by Jey Uso winning the men's Rumble, eliminating John Cena there at the end, which was a huge thing. Elle, turn your camera back around. I don't want to see no wires. It took us now into the next premium live event, which sets up, because as we know, there are 2 championships, basically a SmackDown and a Raw title. One is the World Championship, and the other is the WWE Championship. As we know, Cody Rhodes is our WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion. Gunther is the World Heavyweight Champion. And we know that Jey Uso has had this long-standing feud now with Gunther and has chosen to face Gunther at WrestleMania, which left needing an opponent for Cody Rhodes. And so, with that, we have the Elimination Chamber, which would decide who Cody Rhodes' opponent was going to be. The match itself, you know what? Let me tease it a little bit longer. I'm not even going there. I'm I'm going back to the top of the show. The Women's Elimination Chamber,
Yes.
which saw Jade Cargill make her triumphant return from injury and destroy Naomi.
Yes.
She beat the tar. I'm watching this going, this don't look fake. Oh my God.
No. And the crazy part about it is that this is a ill storyline that's now going out, because I would not be surprised that Jay Cargill conquers Naomi. Then the next thing you know, turns on Bianca, because they've been trying to create a feud between her and Bianca for quite some time. So either one of them can go heel, and one of them is gonna be the next WWE Women's Champion.
Well, Jade is a natural heel. Jade came in as a face only because of her star power for coming from AEW. So
Right.
she got put in as a face because the fans were excited to see her in the WWE, so they got behind her. But Jade Cargill is a natural heel. You could see it from the beginning. Like even her mannerisms, even as a face. That pin that Bishop L loves so much.
Mighty God. Mighty God, boy, I tell you.
That's a heel pin when you think about it. But here's my dilemma with it. I understand it, and I still think there are a lot of unanswered questions with this whole storyline. J Mac, what you think?
I think you're right about Jay being a natural heel, but then you got to beg the question: who needs to become heel more? Does Jade need to be a heel more than Bianca?
Right, because Bianca hasn't really been a heel since NXT.
And people have been waiting for her to have a heel run, because we know now the Street Profits have become heels.
Yes.
So Bianca's kind of getting stale. She's kind of been stale, kind of getting stale like the last 6 to 8 months. And you got more baby faces than heels right now on the roster. So that's why you see what happened with Mommy last night. She's getting ready to be a heel. I wouldn't be surprised.
Ella's not happy about that.
I know he's not happy, but I gotta break it to you. She's gonna be a
It
heel,
makes
brother.
sense. It makes sense.
And she has to be a heel because of how strong and her stature. She has to be a heel.
Well, I figured she had to. I mean, I really didn't think that her being a face was gonna last much longer. Just with her persona, you
Okay.
can't really be a face with that persona.
Well,
That character.
in today's WWE you can,
Right.
but the problem is on this roster there's more baby faces than heels.
Yes.
That's the problem right now. So somebody has to be a heel. And the fact that the man is coming back, and the man is not going to be a heel.
No, Becky
The
Lynch
man
will
is-
definitely
the
be a
man-
face when she returns.
She's so
Absolutely.
over right now. And then you got Charlotte, Charlotte is a tweener. You
Wait,
got-
who's
she's
coming
Char-
back? Who's coming back?
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch,
Okay.
the man is coming back. So she's over. You can't. She's over like CM Punk over. You can't make her a heel if you. They tried that already. If you remember, they tried to make her a heel and Charlotte the face, and that did not work at all.
It didn't.
She's too over to be a so. So you gotta right now. They're trying to get heels in place, and that's why I don't know if Bianca's gonna remain a I don't know if she's gonna remain a face. I don't know if I think they're gonna keep Jade a face right now because she's already Naomi. Somebody attacked her, so whoever attacked her has to be the heel.
Has to be the heel. But I mean, I have a problem with seeing Naomi as a heel though, and that's why I'm like, there's got to be more to this story. Because to me, Naomi's not a compelling heel.
Well, you got to realize, I think they're using Naomi as a stepping stone to get to Bianca.
Rumble said Bianca's a dope heel. I agree. Her run in NXT as a heel was phenomenal.
And I think that they're going to use Naomi to bridge to Bianca. By the time Jay gets to Bianca, Bianca's going to be the champion. She's going to have the title. They're going to build her up. They're going to build Jade up to be able to match her in the ring. Because right now, Jade can't match Bianca in the ring.
So are we getting Jade Bianca at SummerSlam?
SummerSlam or Survivor Series, yes.
And I've always said I want to see Jade Bianca, but it's gotta be for gold. Like it don't make no sense. You don't throw that match away.
This
No.
creative
You
is
gotta-
show this creative is showing you they play the long game.
Yeah.
So I believe that this is the long game. Bianca's going to get this championship. By the time Naomi and Jade are finished, then you're going to see them kind of congregate to Jade and Bianca.
And Bianca. Q,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I would say on the flip side to that, J Mac, I would say that that it has to be a build up like how Hogan and Warrior was back in the early '90s.
Yes.
You know, that led to Ultimate Warrior, you know, topping
Mega
so-called,
powers
'cause, you know,
explode.
right, because you know, Hogan was the face for the long time of the company. So when he put Warrior over, that showed the changing of the guard. You know, and that aspect, and I wouldn't be surprised that, you know, that Jade Cargill, that the WWE is more so pushing her. You know, just like because she was the top dog. She had the undefeated streak. I think she was like 50 something and 0 in AEW.
She was,
So
but
she
And never gave her a world title run. And that was
which
crazy
was
to me.
absolutely nuts to me.
Never
But-
gave her a world title run, which I never understood. But go ahead.
But let me throw a thought into that. And either any of y'all can jump out when I throw it out there. Bianca's only 32. So Q, I hear what you're saying, but
Yeah.
when Hogan passed the torch for Warrior, it was time for Hogan to move on.
Right.
But I agree
Bianca's in her prime.
I agree with Q. Let me explain why.
yeah.
Jade is money, bro.
True.
Jade is box. She, as Stephen A would say, she's box office. Bianca,
Facts.
yes, but also Bianca can take a loss from Jade. Jade can't afford to get a loss right now. She just got here.
True.
They gotta
Well,
build her up.
But
So
which
Well,
is
listen to
why
me.
they've got to build to that match. So she's got to get some more wins under her belt. And unfortunately, this injury stole some time from her as far as that build goes because we haven't seen her in a number of months. Yes, L.
The way Jade came running through that ring the other day.
Yo, that was ugly.
She's like Storm from X-Men.
Ooh,
Well,
she looked
you know her
like,
theme song. A
she
storm
looked-
is coming.
She looked like pure rage. Listen to me. When I seen her slam the gate on Naomi, I said, "Oh, this is real."
When she threw Naomi into that plexiglass.
She threw her into the plexiglass. She slammed that gate on, and then here's where the gangster was. Here's where the gangster was. She walked out. The way she walked out,
She was on a mission.
It was like I'm not. The way she walked out said, "And I'm not done." And I'm
Yep.
not done. So I feel like, and the way that Bianca,
I agree, Dre.
Thing,
I said it. Jade is a natural heel. Yes.
She's
The way-
she's a
the
natural
way-
heel, but they don't have her set up as a heel.
Yeah.
WWE is not a bad guy organization. Even though Roman Reigns was there for 4 years, WWE is a face organization. They've always been a face. Make a Wish, all of that.
Yeah, WWE is about superheroes.
yeah.
And right now they need Jade. Jade gotta be. I agree she should be a heel, but the way they got this thing set up, she got attacked. Whoever attacked her, they have to be the heel. It's not gonna be Jade is not gonna be a heel for a while. It's like Cody Rhodes. It's gonna be years down the line before we see that change.
WWE did release the video on their social media, particularly on TikTok, with the audio from Bianca's reaction to the beatdown.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Bianca genuinely looked confused as to what was going on. So,
Yes.
but as
She
we
was overacting.
who are smart fans know what that means.
He was overacting.
Get her an Oscar.
Wait, did you see the tears in the post in the post show? I'm like, she took off her shades. I said, really, Bianca? This what we doing? This what we doing, Bianca? Okay. We know you had something to do with it.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. I think that the way that Bianca has been talking,
We
since
gonna get to
Saturday-
Cena Rumble, but this Jade thing was so unexpected
Yeah, we
that
can't- we can't ignore this.
you
Nah.
can't ignore that.
from Saturday's post show to yesterday, Bianca knows something. And
Well, did you
And-
see when Jade comes out, when they think she's going to live, did you see Naomi turn and look back at Bianca? She go back
Yes.
and watch it. Like she looks back at her like, what's
The
about to
other
happen?
part too is you see Bianca take off her jacket. She takes off her jacket like, let's see what's getting ready to go down. And then when she realizes the jig is up, then all of a sudden she's like,
And then last night she
It's
throws
strange.
Naomi under the bus.
yeah,
But-
she was
but-
like, that's between them. I'm focusing on the world championship.
Right.
She's like, I'm out of
And she,
this.
and she said it was Naomi that convinced me that it was Liv and Raquel. So
And that's why I
right,
was-
Dre, it is absolutely the little things, and that's where this writing team has done a phenomenal job with the long-term storytelling.
Breadcrumbs.
Yes, they have done a phenomenal job at getting you to. You have to pay attention to the little things
it's incredible.
in the WWE right now.
It's incredible, man. It's
I know
incredible.
we ain't get there. Well, we'll get there.
It's incredible,
Because I want to
and
bring
I'm-
up a point about The Rock and
Yeah,
I
we
know
we
I-
about to go there now.
We'll get there.
I just
Yeah.
got back on board, and thank God all my subscriptions is paid, so I can go back and watch
Right,
everything.
you go watch back and watch
Right.
everything.
So I've been able to go back and watch everything leading up to. Like I think I went, Jesus Christ, I think I may have gone about 5 years back, and just watched everything leading up. And I'm enjoying wrestling now more than I did in the 90s.
Well, it's more geared toward us. I mean, kudos to Vince, who back in the 80s and 90s,
Yeah.
it was geared toward us then, don't get me wrong, because we were the audience. But now it is a more adult branded show with that meets us where we all are intellectually. There's storytelling. There are little nuances to the storytelling. It's not just good guy, bad guy. Absolutely, Dre. Triple H is absolutely cooking. He's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for hiring his boy, the Road Dogg, to be the lead writer on SmackDown. Road Dogg, he's always been one that I just knows what he's doing. Now, if they could just
Yes.
bring in Bubba Ray, put full time on the writing team as well, because Bubba Ray is a genius. Low
He
key,
is.
Bubba Ray is a genius. They
But they
need to
already
bring
got
Bubba
him
Ray.
in the fold on the reality show. So.
You're on the reality show, but
And
I'd
he's
like to
got-
see
he's
it.
got
I'd
a
like to see him on the
legend
writing team.
Yeah.
I would love to
Yeah.
see him on the writing team. So that would be amazing. So that's going to be great. Get Q.
All right, so listen. So we're gonna get right into this. So we done went through the Attitude Era,
He's
All
changed.
the way
He's just going
to
to
the
tell us
ruthless-
what we're going to do on our
the
show.
ruthless aggression era. I'm making a point here. I got to build my hermeneutics and go right into the climax.
Lord, y'all done got to. This is what I get for bringing preachers on the show.
So listen. So we got a young man that just came in that was known as the prototype, John Felix Anthony Cena Jr.
Well, dang.
Came in
Full
there.
government, y'all.
Dang.
Full
This
government.
is just the fan. This is just the fan in me. I'm a fan of Cena. So the fact is that Cena came in, and from then on, when he hit Kurt Angle and said ruthless aggression, that's John Cena's career throughout. The hustle, loyalty, respect. But what people fail to realize that he started as a heel when he was the doctor of Thugonomics. And pretty much his build up from there, that when it went into the PG era, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and he's the only wrestler in history out of all the wrestlers to have granted over 500 wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation for every kid. So he became a huge shut up, Rumble.
Actually, it's over 6, but we not counting.
Over 6, right? We ain't counting. So now, leading up to now, his final year, he said this is the last time. So he said that WrestleMania is going to be his ultimate retirement. We didn't want to see another Rock and Cena feud or no nothing. So Cody Rhodes is the top dog. So what good person that can retire John Cena, Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, the 16-time world champion, but Cody? And it wasn't surprising that when Cody told The Rock to go F himself, that when The Rock gave him the signal and Cena's face changed, because when you pay attention to the cinematics behind that whole deal that led up to Cody getting beat down the way he did in the ring, I was like, yo, Cena going back from being the babyface PG era John Cena, the hero to the kids, to now being this heel character now. I was like, this is a good way to go out on top.
Yeah, I
Um,
completely, I completely agree. Hulk Hogan doesn't agree. Did y'all see that?
Nobody cares what Hulk Hogan thinks.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Dwayne Lord Hulk. Hulk Hogan is a childhood hero. Don't do that. We
Hulk
care.
Hogan.
We
No, no.
don't care, but
I'm
we can't just say that. All
okay.
right.
Let me qualify that statement by saying my statement has nothing to do with his post-career transgressions. I'll say that.
Right.
This has to do with the Hulk Hogan that we grew up loving, who we loved a lot less as we saw later on that he was about Hulk Hogan and wasn't about the business. Dre said F Terry.
Yep. F. Terry Bollea.
Hogan was never about putting anybody over but Hogan.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
That's why
Cena
I
has
appreciated
never been,
him.
and Cena has always been about the business. Cena wanted to turn heel in 2012, and Vince said no.
Vince said, no, we need you to be a face because you're selling all the merch. You're my top face. I can't have you turning heel.
This is a man who has not won a singles match in over 2,500 days. He put over Solo Sikoa. He's putting over cats that he
He
shouldn't
put
even.
over Austin Theory at WrestleMania.
He
Let's
put
not
over
forget
Austin.
that.
Yeah,
He
put over Austin
Austin
Theory at
who's a
WrestleMania.
nobody now.
Like,
Yes.
so Cena, listen, Cena,
Oh.
I don't say this about many people, but Cena can go out however he wants to,
Yeah.
as far as I'm
not
concerned.
Forget, let's not forget, he put over Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown.
he put over Shinsuke
And Shinsuke
Nakamura.
dropped him on his head in that match, but he put him over.
He did, but he did.
He put him
So,
over.
for a guy like that who has given his blood, sweat, and tears to the business, putting over cats like that, and Triple H even kind of alluded to it, and I think we'll hear more of it as Cena starts talking on this road to WrestleMania. The reality is, yeah, I did a lot for this company, for this business. Heck yeah, I'm going out the way I want to. I'm going out on top, 17-time world champion.
Triple H said it in the post game. I mean, the post show.
So wait. Do you guys think that John Cena is gonna win the belt at WrestleMania?
Yes, I do.
It would not surprise me.
I'm going to tell you why.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Like it is that up. I could see them putting the belt on him. I
I can see
absolutely
them putting
could.
the belt on him, but I could also see him changing back a face before he goes out.
Yeah, that I definitely see. I don't think he retires a heel.
He's not going to retire here.
I don't think he retires.
I mean,
yeah,
I
go
mean,
ahead, Q.
for me, I beg to differ with that because the simple fact that even as much as I love Cena and as much as he said that he's gonna retire, WrestleMania is gonna be his last. You know that in this business that when it's gonna be the last and final match, they have to take a L. But I really believe that he's gonna put over Cody. Cody's still gonna remain the face, of the WWE, going forward, from it. I mean, you guys may not see it the way that I see it, but don't see him on the champion streak, especially now that he's already Hollywood. Remember when The Rock went Hollywood and how The Rock slimmed down and went lean and then he built back up? Cena already is looking like Hollywood. And you could see
Absolutely.
that he has the father time wear and tear on him. Because it's not looking like big match John like how he was when he fought Rusev back at WrestleMania in 2014. I'm not seeing that type of Cena.
I
And
mean,
also,
it's been 10 years. We're not going to see that kind of Cena anymore. But that to
I
me, that doesn't negate the fact that I think he has a legitimate shot of walking out of WrestleMania with
He
that
has
belt.
he has a legitimate shot of walking out the champ, and I'm telling you why. I could see Cody dropping the championship and getting it back.
Right.
I could see that in this run because we're not
right.
going to see another run like Roman Reigns
so
when he's
so
going to
here's
hold the title for
you
4 years.
you're
Right.
mentioning you're mentioning Roman. Here's what I think. If they're going to put the belt on John Cena, I think they put the belt on John Cena. He vacates it, and then eventually that belt ends up back in the hands of Roman Reigns.
I can't see Cena
Nah,
Or
vacating it because Q is right about that.
he's going to go out on his back.
In terms of how wrestling works.
Yeah, he's going out looking at the
If it's
lights.
your last match, you
Yeah,
go out looking up at the
you
lights.
going out looking at the lights.
That's
They're
how
not
it
going to let him.
works.
Yeah, they're not going to let him. Even though they hold Cena in high regard, they're not going to let him retire the champion.
And
They're not
Cena
going.
and Cena is enough of a man of integrity that he's gonna do it the right way.
Yeah,
He's gonna go
Yes.
out on his back.
he's going to go out on his back. He's going to go out on his back. But I could
And
see. I could. Well, let me just go back.
yeah,
Because we were talking about the breadcrumbs. I remember back in Bad Blood, everybody killed The Rock for coming out at Bad Blood, coming out, putting up three fingers, giving the cut sign, and walking back. But remember, there were three people in the ring.
Cody,
Come on,
Roman,
Cody Roman, and Jay.
and and Jey Uso.
Those are the three. Saturday night, what happens? He gives Cena the cut sign.
And then
hmm
it was
And how
two.
many fingers does he hold up?
Two.
two,
So what is he saying? One down,
2 to go.
two to go.
No, Bishop Heflin, we don't want the WCW back.
WCW. WCW.
WCW. Yep. You gotta say it like that. WCW.
WCW. But
guys, we're about to do
he
this.
gives the cut sign and he holds up two fingers after, but right before John Cena kicks him. So to me, this story is just getting, and it's not ending with this Cena and Cody.
No.
I believe Jey Uso is next. And I believe the final domino to fall
Roman Reigns.
is
Roman
Rock
Reigns.
versus Roman. I believe that's where we end up
Mania
in a
42.
year from now.
Mania 42.
Mania 42. We're going to end up, The Rock is
in
going to
New
chill
Orleans.
out of the ring for a whole year.
The final
But
boss.
at
Right.
Mania 42 in New Orleans, we're getting in the Superdome.
Well,
We're
Rock's
getting
not a good
Rock.
actor.
We're getting
Dre.
Rock Roman. Y'all mark my words. But Jey Uso's next on the hit list.
Right.
Well, I'm going to New Orleans.
Let me explain.
We
to y'all
going to New
why.
Orleans.
And
Hopefully, it's not Holy
Prophet,
Week.
It's not.
Okay,
It's not.
it's
We've
not
already
Holy
checked.
Week.
It's not.
Prophet.
Okay.
Let me give you this. Let me give you this.
All right.
Who eliminated John Cena in the Royal Rumble?
Jey Uso.
Jey Uso.
Main event. Jey Uso.
Main event Jey Uso. Now follow me. The way he was eliminated, you don't think that was kind of suspect now that you look back at it?
Very true. Very
John
true.
Cena just drops down on the
On the
from
floor.
a little
Yep.
bump.
Right.
Right. There wasn't even a fight.
I
Right.
think they're gonna use that to say, hey Jay, we gave you this title shot. I gift wrap this title shot for you.
And if Jay beats Gunther, Rock's gonna be like, "We family. It's time for you to come be in the fold."
And look at what I did. Look at what John did for you. Why do you think that happened? Can't you see Rock saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Then we get down. So now they're gonna go after Jay, because Jay gonna have a title.
Yes.
So now if John wins,
Jay's got a title, and Rock can say Jay and John have titles. Both titles are mine.
now
Right.
what's left for the Rock to get?
The
The
Eufaula.
Ulafala. And remember,
Yo,
Rock
Jay,
placed the
why
Ula
you
Fala.
breaking this
Come on,
down like
I'm putting the piece together for y'all tonight.
Piece it together, Bishop.
Piece
Let's
it
Piece it
go.
together.
together for y'all tonight.
Piece it
Work
together,
the
Bishop.
text.
The Rock,
I
Work
when
thought
the
I
he
was a
text.
beats
prophet.
Solo Sokola,
Work the text, Bishop.
he gets the Ula Fala, and Roman is looking at him because Roman is like, what are you getting ready to do? And don't forget, Rock had just become a high chief.
For real. Exactly.
Yes, yes,
He just
yes.
became a high chief, but he puts the Ula Fala
On Roman.
On Roman.
on Roman. Roman is looking, then after he puts Roman's like, oh, okay, all right. I just want to make sure. And then they hug it up. All of these are breadcrumbs, guys.
Oh, but Bishop. And guess who's headlining the cover of WWE 2K25?
The tribal chief
The tribal chief, of course.
with the
And what
Ula
else?
Fala.
And what else?
Give it to me.
The bloodline. All generations of the bloodline, from old to current.
Oh yeah, that one of the covers has a silhouette of the family blood of the family tree in the back. The actual pictures of them.
Yep.
The Wild Samoans, everybody.
This is
Yep.
this is what I love about this new WWE under Triple H. We're getting long-term storytelling. This thing is mapped out all the way to WrestleMania next year. You watch what I tell you.
Bubba Ray said it on Busted Open last week. Because I think Dave LaGreca asked him, how far in advance do you think they planned it? He said they're already planning Mania 2042 right now. He's like, the main event for Mania 42 is already planned. We just don't know what it is yet.
Gentlemen, don't forget the night after Mania. When The Rock places something in his hand, we know it was
Yes,
the Rolex.
it was the
now.
Rolex that
But
Cena just beat him
everybody's
up with.
forgetting, what did Rock say to Cody?
Don't break my heart again.
Don't break my heart.
Long-term storytelling.
He said, "Don't break my heart again."
He's been setting this up for daggone near a year.
I have never heard preaching like this in my life.
Listen, I'm a WWE head, man. Listen.
You have just elevated my love for this hair brand. Okay. All right.
Because wrestling but this is what wrestling does. When you're able to connect all the dots, and
yes,
everything comes together, man, it's something special.
I have never heard preaching like this in my life.
By the way, Knicks by 8 at halftime.
They're going to find a way to lose.
Jalen Brunson leading all scorers with 17 points.
Playoff Jimmy
hasn't gotten hot yet.
Playoff Jimmy is coming. Don't worry.
No, Curry is 3 for 10 currently.
That's why.
Curry's 3 for 10.
Playoff Jimmy is coming. Watch what happens.
Jimmy is 3 for 7
hot in the second half. Curry's 3 for 10, Butler.
Where
Curry's
we at?
3 for 10.
Are we in the Garden?
In the Garden.
Yes.
We're in the Garden tonight.
In the Garden.
No, we might win that. We might win that.
But guys,
are we
did
going to
I
segue
tell
there?
any lies? Did I tell any lies in the way that I set this thing up for y'all?
Bishop Heflin said that's some good Kojic preaching. And I don't know about Kojic, sir.
No.
Kojic preaching.
No.
I don't know about that, sir.
Did I put it together for y'all?
You put it together, Bishop. You put it
Yes,
together.
you put it together.
And
You
I'm
put
telling
that thing
you,
together.
Jey
That's
Uso is next.
WWE Fellowship.
We do have a WWE College of Bishops. You know. We do have one.
Jesus.
You guys are officially inducted in. I'll
we
give y'all a
inducted.
lineup.
Yeah, we got to talk about it. Yeah,
We'll talk about it. It's a bunch of us.
I am not putting a WWE patch on my ticket. I'm not doing it. Okay, I'm just telling y'all now.
Listen, if Triple H will put us on the payroll, I'll do it.
Listen, they got enough money to do it.
Hey,
Jesus. Y'all guys are crazy.
That money long. That money long and it ain't going nowhere.
Jey Uso's going to be the target after Mania. Mark my words.
And
Yes.
especially
Yes.
if he beats Gunther, which I think he will.
He's going to be Gunther. He has to. They
he's
got
going
to
to
pay
beat
that
him.
off.
Listen, if Sami Zayn can beat Gunther, then there's no doubt in my mind that Jey Uso can do the same.
And Jey Uso is so over right now. It is crazy. It is
Let me just
ridiculous.
let me
Yes,
just address let
yes,
me
Bishop
address
Al.
Andre. Let me just Andre Marquise Rumble.
What did he say? Because I can't
He
see the
said,
comment.
He said that
"Then
you're not official. Go
you're
ahead.
not official."
Who, me?
Well,
No,
no, he
no.
said me.
He said L's not official if he don't.
Put a WWE patch on my tippet, he's he doesn't realize that he's not even permitted to speak on Episcopal things.
Oh, oh,
Dre!
oh,
Dre, you said
oh! Shots
Dre, you said
fired!
he's not official?
Shots fired!
Dre, how could you say that? Come on, Dre, you can't say that.
Listen, Sam, I will take the job. If Triple H want to make me a chaplain, I will gladly fly to
I'm telling you
Stanford.
right now,
I will be at every PLE praying for those wrestlers before the show.
Listen, I'll be doing housewarmings for them,
Like
everything.
whatever y'all need, I'm there.
That's right.
I'm there. No problem.
Right.
Fly me in.
I'll be at the baby shower.
Yeah.
You ain't even gotta
Bar,
put me in first
bar
class.
mitzvahs and baby showers.
Listen, they ain't even gotta put me in first class. Just fly me anywhere. Fly me.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all need prayer. You need counseling.
I'm a
What,
cheap date. Just
what you
pay me.
need?
That's all.
What you need? Rhea needs some counseling in the court. Come on, Rhea. Let's go sit over here before your match and let's talk about what's going on.
Oh,
Yes. Yo,
Mm-mm.
but yo,
I'm not doing anything in the women's ministry.
you don't want to pray for Jada Parker?
Them women are way too
Lord Jesus.
beautiful.
Lord
I
Jesus.
don't want no
You don't want to pray
parts
for
of
Lash
it.
Legend,
Pray
Butler?
for Lash Legend.
man can't take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned. Lord Jesus.
So it's amazing to see what Triple H and the writing team are doing. And again, of course, shout out to the talent because they have to go out there and execute the storylines. And they've been doing a phenomenal job.
Before we get off of this, how about the promo from CM Punk last night?
I was getting ready to go there.
Woo!
He eviscerated Dwayne, as he likes to call him.
What did he call him? The bald
Well, it was the bald
yo, he
the bald board
bald-
member.
No,
nah,
bald
it was
frauds.
something else.
The bald fraud.
frauds.
The ball fraud.
Ball fraud.
Oh my gosh. Did he destroy the
Yo,
Rock?
you stupid, Dre.
Cena.
You dumb. Said Lash Legend got an HBKI. Yo! Yeah, Bishop Heflin. It's It's a
That
So-
CM Punk promo was ridiculous.
Yo, that match with him and Seth is going to that's gonna be a selling stellar.
listen.
fight.
Bishop L's got to run before he goes. What did you think? Let's get your thoughts real quick on the CM Punk promo.
I thought that. Yo,
I
I
just-
thought, yo, that was a great start to that night. Yo, there was no other way to start that show other than that. Like you couldn't just jump into the whole Cena turning heel piece. You couldn't
Right,
just-
you got to let that cook.
You gotta let that cook.
You got to let that
couldn't
cook. Definitely.
You couldn't jump into the Jade card. Like you couldn't jump
Got it.
right into that.
Right.
You had to jump. You had to give us something.
It would have
that-
took away from the show if they would have did that.
Yeah. So
Right.
CM Punk just to drive into the garage, out the car, straight to the arena,
Straight into the ring. Let's go.
grab the mic, and then just the fighting between him and Seth, right?
Seth, yeah.
And last night, guys, we finally got CM Punk unhinged.
Yes.
This is the first time we've got an unhinged CM Punk since he's been back.
So-
he's been
This is
playing
what
it
we've been
very
waiting
cool.
for. Right.
So
This is what
I'm-
we've
We've
been
been
waiting for.
waiting for this CM Punk, and he finally was able to go off because we were on Netflix. When we
So-
was on regular TV, he had
Yeah.
to play it cool. He got on that Netflix and he let it rip.
So
Yes.
so there's a part of me that does want to go to the Garden next Monday.
Man,
Oh,
I was thinking that.
It's the Garden. You
the-
know, and again, Triple H understands history, so
And see
something's
them
going to
fight.
happen.
And see them fight in the cage.
Something major is happening next week.
It's the
Yes.
because
Garden.
Yes.
it's a Monday Night Raw at the Garden, which are few and far between now.
Because
Yes.
most shows are at the Barclays now.
Yeah.
They rarely at the
Yes.
Garden.
When they go to the Garden is so like the last time, well, not the last time, but the time before that they were at the Garden, it was a house show and they had a title change at a house show because it's the
Yes.
Garden.
It's the Garden, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
They
anytime
The last time when I was-
WWE reverences the Garden,
it's hollow
and
ground
I
for the
appreciate
WWE.
that.
It's hollow ground. It is.
The last house show I went to at the Garden, I was there the night when AJ Styles defeated Kevin Owens for the United States title.
I
And that
remember
was during the
that.
time when Dean Ambrose
Yep.
was there that night.
Ambrose was still there.
The
Yep, the
Wyatts
Wyatt
was
family.
there.
But like, oh my! You just thank you for reminding me, Q, because I meant to bring it up and I forgot to clip the video. This
Yeah.
this this Cena thing goes back 5 years. Do y'all realize that, J Mac? I'm sure you do. This Cena thing goes back 5 years to Bray Wyatt. Everything
Yes.
that we're watching Cena do right now,
the cinematic
Bray
match
Wyatt.
that they had.
Bray Wyatt prophesied this 5 years ago in a promo to John Cena.
They
Where
had
he
a
basically
cinematic-
told,
they had
yeah,
a
we had that cinematic match. Bray
in-
Wyatt
in
set
the
all of
COVID
this up.
era. In the COVID era.
Yes. Yes.
Bray Wyatt told John Cena, John, you're not fooling nobody. There's something real dark in you.
And this is all about you. It's all.
It's all
always
about,
been
he said,
you.
it's always been about you.
That was a part of my binge, y'all. I swear.
Yo, Bray,
That was a part of my binge.
this
That was the
storyline
COVID
goes
era,
back
Butler.
5
Yeah,
freaking
yeah, and-
years.
And now that you're playing that back in my mind, I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
This storyline goes back 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
They set up this heel turn 5 years ago.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask y'all a question? How did y'all feel about Travis Scott being in the ring?
I don't know what he was doing there. That's the
Okay.
only part that I was just
No,
like,
Travis-
I don't know why he's there.
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
a pure wrestling fan, so I know sometimes I can be a bit rigid, but I just wanted to know since
He was unnecessary.
Since my boy Q the Prophet is on here, he's a WWE guy. Butler just got back in, so I just wanted to ask y'all.
I was trying to figure out the purpose.
Right,
but-
because there wasn't one.
But wait, I
'Cause-
did
'cause-
watch a video. I did watch a video today that was explaining some things about the whole Travis Scott presence
He
and
has
how
some
he's
music
been
that WWE's been playing.
Yeah.
his music is the theme music for this year's WrestleMania. Also,
Yes.
you've seen him a lot before this. You saw him a lot with Jey Uso. You
Yes.
saw him a lot with Jey Uso.
But he never got
And-
involved in the
think about what
storyline.
you're saying, Butler. Think about what you're saying and what I just said.
Oh,
And what you
shoot.
just said, you saw him a lot with Jey Uso, and seeing him a lot with Jey Uso is setting it up to bring him within the fold.
Travis
It's
Scott
trying to bring him in.
Travis Scott represents the entertainment aspect of what The Rock is trying to do in terms of his stable.
Exactly. Remember, he said, "My champion, I will open up doors for you. I will get you I will get you into places that you've never been." And
Basically,
so it's
Satan said, I can give you all
Give
this.
you the world.
He give
Yep.
you- He pretty much he asked for
Mhm.
his soul, and so when you're looking at something, it's so for the storyline is showing this as more than wrestling.
It's
Yeah.
Illuminati.
Basically.
Exactly.
Basically.
Illuminati. Come on,
Basically.
call it like it
Exactly.
is.
Basically.
Secret society.
Call it.
Yeah, man, and that and that's just all of that, that whole bloodline family thing is getting ready to be.
And,
So,
and even with that,
once
as
I-
big as it is, it's still not enough for The Rock.
Yeah. So once I watched that video today, I understood Travis's part that he's playing. And then Rock was saying, yo, he said he wanted to get his hands dirty. And he said, I told him, if you go in there and you get blood on your hands, you gotta make the best of it because this
Yo,
is the real deal.
Did you see the punch? Did y'all see the video?
Oh, he knocked
No.
the crap out. He hit
He
Cody
knocked
for
the-
real.
Yo, he hit
No.
Cody for real.
It wasn't a punch. It
Yes.
was a slap. He slapped him. And Rock was like, that's exactly what we wanted. He did exactly what we needed him to do because of the work that we're putting to this particular thing. So
There's a
Travis
video-
is playing a big role on this.
There's a video out of The Rock and Travis Scott going backstage talking to Triple H. You got to pull it up if you haven't seen it. And Travis Scott is going in like, oh my God, I just felt it. I never felt nothing like that before.
Yeah, that adrenaline is crazy.
And Triple H says to him, wait till you're in there for real. That's what Triple H says with the headset on. He looks at Travis Scott and says, wait till you have a chance to be in there for real. So this is not going to, Travis Scott's going to have a match just like Bad Bunny did. He's going to have a match.
Yes.
This is going to be crazy, y'all.
Travis,
The Rock said it. He told us, sit back, get ready for the ride.
Enjoy the ride. He
and
said, just
it.
enjoy the ride.
Travis is going to, for this whole thing that The Rock is setting up, Travis is going to be a more thug version of Slick.
The Doctor of Style.
Facts.
He's a job
Reverend
pro.
Slick.
Y'all remember Slick?
Yes.
Yep.
He's gonna be a
Yes.
more thug, urban version of Slick.
Listen, and
Yes.
especially after the showing that, like, again, nobody expected Bad Bunny to be as good as he's been in the ring.
Man, they worked with him and Logan Paul. Don't forget, he's Hollywood too.
Like these are guys who, and Logan, to his credit, as much as I look, Logan Paul, I respect him, but I hate his character with a
I
passion.
hate his character with a passion.
He is the perfect heel. Like, all jokes aside,
He's the perfect heel, and he's doing something social media wise for WWE that WWE doesn't have to pay influencers to do.
yo, it's between guys like him, I Show Speed. You know,
Yeah.
they come in and they
Yo,
Triple H is a
how many
genius.
streams he had? Like 300 million.
300 million.
within 24
300
hours?
million streams of just him getting speared.
Oh God, that's ungodly numbers, man. That's crazy numbers.
Of him
300
getting
million.
speared.
Of just him getting speared.
Just him getting
And
speared.
that spear was from hell.
Ooh.
Yo, that bro breaker.
My kids were like, oh my God, I Show Speed's dead.
Listen, everybody talking about Roman Spear, but I always said Braun.
Braun
Spear-
Breaker Spear is
Oh, it's at 25 miles an hour.
Yo,
right.
the dude runs 25
Right.
miles an hour, equivalent to a car at the speed limit.
Right. This dude runs as fast as a car in New York City traffic.
Yeah.
That tells you
Now,
something.
Before I go, let's talk about
Randy K.
Randy
Orton.
Orton. Randy Keith Orton.
He is back. Randall Keith Orton is back. And Randy being back is absolutely huge, as it now takes that Kevin Owens feud to a whole nother level. And Kevin and Sammy, yo, they're crazy. They're just nuts.
What a
they
match.
put on a, but
What
they put on a match.
What
They
a
put
match.
on a match, y'all.
And it almost stole the show.
Nah, Bishop Heflin.
And
Triple
not been
H,
for
Triple
John
H got a
Cena.
pacemaker. He ain't getting back in the ring.
That's not
It's
happening.
over.
Yeah. No, but sadly, honestly, for Sami Zayn, I have a feeling like in the next couple of years, this dude is going to be wheelchair bound.
He crazy.
Like this dude is like freaking what's that dude from Jackass that's like permanently lame for the rest of his life?
That dude. I know who you're talking about.
Or he's gonna be like Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle can't turn his neck for the rest of his life.
Right.
Kurt Angle's neck is fused. He can't. He has to turn his whole body to turn.
Yeah, Sammy
Yes.
Zayn, I think need to chill. I think Sammy Zayn needs to
Him
chill.
and Kevin Owens. Him and Kevin
Yeah,
Owens.
both of them. That match was that.
It was
match
brutal. It was brutal.
I was
I don't
cringing
care
the whole
how
time.
much. I don't care how
when
much
he
work-
power drived him through that chair.
I don't care how much work they work. I don't care how much work they work. Let's just be real, yo. The things that these guys are doing, it has an element of real to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
It has an
Absolutely.
element
That's
of real to
that's
it,
why
man.
these guys get so upset when people say that wrestling's fake. That's why they take it
No,
personal.
it's not fake. It's
Yeah.
scripted.
It's
As far
And that's
predetermined.
what we tell
as
people. It's
predetermined.
predetermined. It's scripted and predetermined.
But
That's all it
there's
is. There's
no
nothing fake
way.
about it.
Maybe
You
the
can't fake a
punches.
chair
Another thing.
shot.
Yeah, maybe the punches.
Yo.
but
Right. That's why they got rid
he-
of the head chair shot. They had to get rid of it because
Yeah,
guys were
but
getting
getting-
concussions.
Yeah.
There is nothing fake
Yo.
about getting suplexed from the top rope.
Nothing fake about
Yeah.
that at all.
Let me tell
And,
Let me
and
tell you
that
something.
ring
Let
is
me
not soft.
No.
That ring
Nah.
is not soft.
Let me bring it back to a couple years when it was The Rock versus Mick Foley when he was Mankind during that I Quit
Oh,
match.
that was when he was handcuffed?
Oh,
When he was handcuffed.
yeah.
The Rock.
That's what got rid of the chair shots. That's what
The-
Vince was like. Okay, yeah, no more. The head chair shots.
Yeah, the Rock went too extreme on Mick Foley to the point that Mick Foley and The Rock didn't talk for many years. That's how bad it was.
Right, because they
He was
agreed
handcuffed
that
and he couldn't protect himself. Those were wide open chair shots. And if you've never seen it, Butler, go back and look up the pay-per-view Rock WWE
Rock
Rock
Bottom.
Bottom. That's the name of the pay-per-view. It's called WWF Rock Bottom.
and
It was
ironically,
named- it
Rock was
named
the
after
corporate
The Rock.
champion at that time.
Yep. Go
Right.
back
Rock
and look
was
at
the
that
corporate.
match, Butler.
He was Vince's champion back at that time.
Yep, he
Rock
was the corporate
Vince's
champion. And when you see that match, and
It was
you see
brutal.
the chair shots, then you're gonna understand why they banned headshots to the head. From
In
the
fact,
chair.
you know what? I'm gonna give you some more homework. After you watch that match, then go and watch the movie, Wrestling with Shadows, because it details
excellent.
all of the background of that match. So watch the
Okay.
match first, then watch Wrestling with Shadows, and watch. Yo, it was so because Mick Foley's family was ringside as this was happening. His kids were reduced to they had to be taken out hysterically crying.
I
Bro,
like
you
that
can hear
kind
the,
of.
you
Yes.
can hear
I
the
love
chair
that kind of
shots
behavior.
vibrating, and you can hear it reverberating in the ring.
And
That's
yeah.
how hard the Rock was hitting him with this chair, and he's handcuffed with his hands behind his
Whirling.
back.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Ni-
listen to
yes,
me,
Kevin.
y'all.
Kevin Lewis. Yes, 1999. Yep.
If it's gonna be,
WWE
if
Rock
it's,
Bottom.
if it's gonna be wrestling,
Yes.
then that's what it needs to be. I personally feel that's what it needs to be. It needs to be families walking out crying. It needs to be that. That is what this is.
That's
That's
what
what
wrestling
this
does.
is.
It
That's
evokes emotion out of you.
Yeah.
That's what wrestling is supposed to do.
That's what it's supposed to do.
It's supposed to do this. It's supposed to make little kids cry. It's supposed. They
Yeah.
showed a video of the kid. His back was turned to the TV. And his father was hugging him for what John Cena did. That's emotion.
Yeah.
Good. I love it.
Yo,
I
a
love
kid
those
wearing
crowd shots
John
in moments
Cena's
like that.
gear.
I love those crowd shots
This
because
was
the
in
crowd
their
be
house, though.
stunned.
This was in their house watching it on the TV.
Wow. But you're right. That's
Yo,
what's supposed to
a kid
happen.
in a kid wearing John Cena's gear, watching John Cena turn heel, and he's stunned.
The kid was like, I hate you, John Cena. How could you do this?
Bro, I was sitting in my family room stunned.
I'm in the living room like this.
I couldn't
I'm
believe
sitting
it
there
actually
like,
happened. I'm like,
Am I seeing this?
I've wanted this for years. I couldn't believe it was actually happening.
Let me ask you this. I know Butler got it, but I know you got to go. But I got to ask you before you go. I'm going to ask all of y'all this. Whose heel turn was more shocking and more impressive? Hogan's or Cena's?
Cena.
Cena, by
Cena
far, hands
easily.
down.
Everybody keeps saying
I
Hogan, and I
understand.
agree with you that it's Cena.
I-
And the reason why is because there was no social media back then.
Right.
This has crossed over into the mainstream. They were talking about this on First Take.
On First Take. Yep.
I think
They
that
sure were.
to me, as a fan, as an individual that's watching it, as a fan, it had the same impact on me, both of them. Now, granted, social media, heightened exposure makes this John Cena piece feel a little more impactful. But if you take away social media,
You called it, Steph Curry, 3 or 4 out of the break. Golden State goes up 64-62. Steph
What I
Curry's
tell you.
If you take away social media and heightened exposure, it really would feel the same for those of us who are fans who watch on a regular basis. It would feel the same because watching Hogan turn heel after hearing him tell me to say my prayers, eat
and
my
eat my vitamin.
vitamins, right? Like that was catastrophic. It was almost traumatic.
True
It
to
was
a
almost
point,
traumatic.
but by the time Hogan turned heel, he had already had, for me, I can only speak for me, he had already had some human missteps. There was the WWE trial. There was that whole steroid era thing. And while Hogan was Hogan, yeah, it was still shocking, but we're talking about Cena who has literally been clean cut for 22 years.
I get what you're saying, Dwayne, but remember, we really not talk. We're talking about the wrestling
Yeah,
aspect
from,
of
from a
it.
kayfabe
I don't want
standpoint,
to.
they're both
I don't want
shocking.
to. Yeah, I don't want to really talk about the real life aspect of it because there were some things that if we were exposed to John Cena's real life, we would probably be like, you know what I'm saying?
Possibly, yeah.
I'm talking about the in the ring, a part of the show aspect of it. Hogan's turn was traumatic, yo.
I'm
Just
Oh
gonna.
yeah, I
him
mean
him
Hogan's turn had
losing,
people throwing stuff in the ring.
yo,
That's
like
why I was
Hogan
gonna go there. I'm gonna
Hogan's turn
say. I'm gonna say
Hogan's
as
turn.
in the wrestling community, I think Hogan's is a little bit more impactful than Cena's.
But in the
And
mainstream community, it's Cena.
mainstream
Yeah,
Definitely.
is Cena, but in the
but the
wrestling community,
mainstream
when
the
Hogan did it, it was a seismic shift.
the yeah,
When
but
Hogan did that,
the mainstream part of it has the help of
Bishop
social
Jamel Moore, what's
media.
going on?
It has the help of social media. It has the help of heightened exposure. It that we gotta take that into account, y'all.
that's
Heightened
why I said
exposure,
I agree.
social
Hogan's
media.
Hogan's turn had a more seismic shift
Yeah,
because he had left the WWE. They were don't forget they didn't say it, but they were using Hall and Nash's reputation from WWE to promote the NWO. So it made it seem like they were sent there by Vince. And then they were like, who's the third man? And then you get the ultimate third man, the ultimate Vince guy, who was that guy for WWE all those years.
Hulk Hogan
coming
was
in and
WWE.
Hogan
yo,
was WWE,
Basically.
and for him to
and
come in there
yo,
and drop that leg on Macho Man like that,
wait,
it was the leg drop heard round the wrestling community.
but Jay, check this though. He's not making this heel turn while he's wearing black and white.
He's wearing
He's
it.
He's
making
wearing red and gold,
yellow and
right?
red.
He was wearing red and gold.
Wearing the yellow and red. That makes it even worse.
And that's a good point. Cause now I want to see if John Cena gonna come out in jorts and a t-shirt the next time we see him, or is his gear gonna change?
It's interesting to see. I
That's
want
why
to.
you brought that up, Butler. That makes
That
me think about Cena. Are we still gonna get the old man sneakers? Why do you have those sneakers on?
well, and,
Well,
and if you
right.
and if you
This
and
is
if you watch
basic economics.
he did an interview with Chris Van Fleet where he talked about when they were going to do that turn, and at first they were going to do, writers wanted him to do it before Vince vetoed it. He said he had gone out and gotten all new gear for his heel turn. So it'll be interesting to see if that gear that he was going to wear 13 years ago now
Well,
finally
it's
surfaces.
it's definitely not going to be the outfits. He's gonna go heel, and I honestly believe that John Cena is gonna go heel. He's gonna embrace this and go full fledged into it. So, which means it's gonna be persona change, outfit change. He already showed us that by the way his face, the way he was able to change his face in that ring.
Hey,
When
that's
he
the
hugged
acting
Coach.
classes he's been taking for the last 10 years.
The way he had the look of a demon.
He did. I agree.
Uh-huh.
Like his eyes got real black and dark. And I said,
Yeah.
what the heck is this?
I'm thinking about what Prophet said, and the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm still thinking that he's gonna win the title, and I'm gonna tell you why. Based on what The Rock said, The Rock told Cody, he said, you're gonna. I want you to. I don't want you to. You don't want to lose it too. You don't want to
True.
lose it too. That's why I believe he's gonna lose. He's gonna get it. He's gonna lose it, but he's gonna get it back. He's gonna get a
Yeah.
rematch and get it back. But
Yeah,
I
and
believe they go. And plus they don't. And listen, since Flair been out there talking crap about WWE, I think this is their way of sticking it to Flair.
You
too.
got to stick it to Flair at this
yes,
point.
yes.
I think
Willie,
they're
I
gonna
can
stick
see
it to
that angle.
Flair.
Willie, we all agree that Roman will be a part of this storyline at some point, but not yet.
Go
Not
back,
yet.
go back and watch. He must have just joined.
Yeah, he
Go
must. He
back
just
and
joined
watch.
us.
Go
We
back
talked
and
about
watch.
it. We believe Roman
Go
will
back
be a
and
part of
watch
the. Roman will eventually be a
Bishop.
part of this storyline, but not
ju-
yet.
but
Bishop
just
Bishop
look at how
McCants.
popular
Bishop
WWE is.
Y'all
Bishop
go
2
back
years
and
McCants.
watch
ago,
Bishop McCants' sermon,
2 years ago,
so is
His
he,
ex,
because
his
that was
two
the
years,
word.
ex,
two years,
let me
2 years
his
ago. Do we
exegetical his
think that the
exegetical
WWE would
explanation.
be in this place with the WWE is popular and they don't need Roman Reigns? Think about that. The WWE right now, we're not talking about Roman Reigns.
Listen,
Roman Reigns is
Roman
not
carried
even
the
on
brand
the
for 4
radar.
years. So it's about time he got a break and he can go
Got
do
a
what he
break.
needs to do. So that he'll be that much more impactful when he comes back into the picture.
But notice
Yeah.
this though. Notice that everybody that Paul Heyman has managed had some sort of a longevity and a pause. When you look at Brock Lesnar can come back at any time, come back on top, then take a long awaited break, then come back in. Now Roman is the same way.
CM Punk was gone for 10 years.
Right.
Because remember,
Period.
CM Punk was an original Paul Heyman guy.
Right.
And he always reminds Roman of that. He lets Roman know.
I can't
Before
wait
he
to
was
see that
your
feud
guy, he
get
was
jump
my
started.
guy.
I can't wait till that feud gets jump started. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really good. That's gonna be a really good feud. Roman and
William
CM Punk.
Stinson Jr. says, I don't think Cena's winning, and I believe Rick is going to stop Cena from being champion, from breaking. Rick don't have nothing to do with it.
Rick is
Rick
not a
ain't got
W. He's not a. He doesn't have a contract.
He don't have a contract
they,
with WWE, and yes, Triple H loves him and reveres him, but Triple H is going to do what's best for business.
I was just
yeah,
about to say, what's Triple H Monica? What's best for
What's
business?
best
best
for
for
business.
business.
And
Willie,
you heard Cena
Dustin
say
Rhodes
what's
is
best for
still
business.
under contract. I've seen this. I've seen Dustin Rhodes in a few comments. Dustin Rhodes is currently under contract with AEW.
He's not coming to WWE.
So Tony Khan ain't letting him come over, even if it was for his brother. He's not letting him come over.
He
to
can't
get involved
stand
in the storyline.
WWE. WWE, it's WWE and everybody else right now. So he, it's WWE and then everybody else.
WWE has nothing to gain from even involving Dustin Rhodes. Honestly,
Right, right.
they'd be
That's
better getting somebody from TNA.
Right, and they have a contract with those guys. Joe Hendry's the TNA World Champion. Use him,
Right. That
Right.
would be the only thing that makes sense.
or use Moose from TNA.
Although
He's the X
it was
Division
nice
champ.
to see the Hardys over on NXT the other week. It was nice to see.
Nice
that was nice to see.
crossover.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were WWE legends. So
Yeah.
again,
they're
great
going
job
in the Hall of Fame
by
when
Shawn Michaels.
They're going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, when
and
they
they're gonna
finally
have one
retire.
last run in WWE.
Yeah, definitely. So a lot to unpack, and I can't wait for Mania.
This is going to be a
can't
good.
wait.
I'm telling you. And this is the start again. We're on the road to WrestleMania 42,
Yes,
not just 41.
we're on the road.
I'm telling y'all,
We are.
he
We
came out
absolutely-
the bad blood.
We absolutely on the road to WrestleMania 42. This
So
is
ca-
true.
But this is what I want to add. So being that Bianca won the Elimination Chamber, and Io Sky won the women's heavyweight title last night. I really believe that Bianca is actually going to win the title at WrestleMania, because you got to remember, she lost the title at WrestleMania. No, she won the title at WrestleMania. Io Sky cashed in and defeated her. So this is kind of like a sweet revenge now, because Io is actually going into WrestleMania with the women's title for Bianca to actually defeat her and regain the title back at WrestleMania.
Well,
I believe
I
she's gonna win it.
I think she wins it, and again that starts off our Bianca Jade feud.
Yes, because it has to be for a
It's
title.
gotta be for gold. It has to
Uh-huh.
be.
Hmm.
You cannot waste that feud on just being a feud. It has
Right.
to be for gold. Those are your two strongest women in literally
Right.
in the WWE. I think it's very important. I'm looking at this message from Kevin Lewis. To any breaking of Flair's record won't mean much beside the number, because in those days the NWA Championship was a workhorse champion, traveling the world and going into the different territories and making their faces relevant. Most of Flair's reigns were longer in length, and the 30-day rule was enforced back then. Was it none of the champion being off TV? Was it none of this champion being off TV for weeks at a time? That's true to a point, but the reality of the situation is obviously we live in a different time. So 17 title reigns is still 17 title reigns, no matter how you got it. And
Right.
ultimately you can say it was for the number. My counter to that would be wrestling wasn't the global thing that it is now, because again, like you said, because there were territories, you had guys that didn't fight each other because they didn't go to everybody's territory. Now you have the best in the world in one or two promotions. So
Absolutely.
so it does mean something, because you don't have to go to Vern Gagne down south, and you don't have to go to Jerry Lawler at Memphis
And Jim
and
Crockett
Jim
and yeah.
Crockett Promotions. You don't have to do that. Everybody who is worth something is in the WWE, which makes it that much harder. So you've got to defend that title constantly and consistently. And yeah, in later years, Vince did get caught up in his whole attraction thing, but Cena was never a part of that. You've got to remember that. Cena was a fighting champion, always was. Cena showed
Yep.
up every week. Cena, when he won the U.S. title to elevate it for a while, he issued an open challenge and was there
Open
every
challenge.
week in the middle of shooting movies.
He defended it
That
like
was
it
the
was
best.
a world television title, like it was a television
Yeah.
title. He
Exactly.
defended that U.S. title as if it was the WWE has never had a television title,
Right.
but that U.S.
Nope.
title was treated as if it was the television
Yes.
title.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. And I think that's absolutely huge. Yes. Are they on tonight? I think NXT is on tonight.
Yeah, on the
Definitely
CW.
going
I
to-
know the speech is on coming on in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got that notification.
Yes. Congratulations to Michelle McCool, who is going to the Hall of Fame, which is going to be
Along with
amazing.
Triple H.
Along with Paul,
Paul Levesque.
Paul Levesque, who we've known as Triple H,
Papa H.
who is now the head of WWE Creative. And like I was jokingly telling somebody the other day, I said I can't even call him Triple H anymore. He's Paul, because he is transitioned. He
Yes.
has transitioned into that role of being the guy who is in charge, and you can tell that there is such a respect for him in the locker room.
Yes.
They trust him, they respect him, and morale. They said morale's through the roof in the WWE right now. Now and some people say, oh, it's because Vince is gone. No, I think it's because Triple H is in charge. Because even if Vince was gone, if you still put the wrong person in charge, it would have still been terrible. But they got the right person in charge.
These guys got Christmas vacations
Right.
because of
That
Triple H.
never happened.
Under Vince, that never happened.
They've scaled back house shows. Because remember, the WWE used to be on this loop where you were working 4
300
days a
a
week.
year, you only got 65 days off.
And,
Yep.
so you were doing TV twice a week, and then you were working on the weekends. You were working house shows if it wasn't a premium live event, or formerly known as a pay-per-view. He scaled that back so these guys can have lives and family time, and it's
Have
amazing.
babies. Be with their family and their kids.
Bishop Heflin, they didn't remove Vince. Vince removed himself.
Yeah, that's a whole
Vince
nother story. You need
Vince
to go
made
watch the
some very poor
documentary.
Vince made some very poor decisions. If you go to Netflix, Bishop Heflin, there is a Vince McMahon documentary that is on there that you can watch that will give you the story and will show you the things that Vince did. And quite honestly, honestly, even more than that, Vince shot himself in the foot because he made the decision to try to make more money. Because again, remember WWE was a family-owned business forever, but the moment Vince decided he could become a billionaire by merging with UFC and helping to create this TKO brand, he sold out to a board of directors that he could no longer control. Vince got away with the things that he was doing for years because he controlled the WWE board.
It was a mom and pop store.
Right. But Ari Emanuel and them from TKO are looking at him like, dude, no, you can't get away with this stuff.
No,
You got to
can't. You
resign.
can't spend. You can't. Yeah, it's your company, but you can't just take money and give it to a female and pay her off. It's not just your money.
So Vince was allowed to resign, but we all know that it was a forced resignation. And even prior to that, they had reduced his influence on creative because they had already installed Triple H as the chief content officer. So they had already told Vince behind the scenes, you got to take a step back because you're hurting the brand now. We need someone who can push the brand in the 21st century. And listen, kudos to Vince. The 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Vince, I give Vince his flowers. He was the man. But once we moved into the 21st century, the demographics changed. Right, the people changed. And you had to change the way you did business, and Vince didn't want to do that.
Yes.
And so he needed to move. Who would you choose after Triple H to be head of career? I'm not even thinking about that right now. I'm not even thinking about it. Triple H is going to be the head of creative for a long time, the Lord willing.
It's going to be somebody on his staff like
it's
Michael Hayes, Road Dogg, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. It's going to be in that vein. Yeah.
It's not going to be nobody from outside. It's going to be somebody already in.
It's going to be somebody that's currently on his team or somebody that he's going to raise up on his team. It might be Bubba Ray Dudley.
And I think
it's going to be one of them.
Being Shawn Michaels.
Oh, definitely. He already gave Shawn NXT, Shawn is killing
it. Coming up to NXT. And Road Dogg or somebody going down to NXT. Shawn comes up to the main roster.
And then Road Dogg goes and takes over NXT.
Yes.
And I think rumor has it that Triple H's son signed up as talent being developed.
It makes sense. It would not surprise me. That makes sense. I mean, it's a family business. Listen, your mother and father are wrestling royalty. Let's just call it what it is. They are wrestling royalty. Triple H as an in-ring performer, and of course Stephanie, and a lot has to be given to Stephanie because people forget as well. As far as marketing and branding, that's Stephanie's department.
Yeah, and she is a sweetheart in person.
I've heard.
When the Survivor Series was here at the Barclays Center, and I was on the elevator going to my seat, and she greeted me as she was walking by. Lovely lady.
Awesome.
And I met Vince in person years ago. Did security for him actually. Found his wallet, make sure nobody messed with him. Man tipped a crispy $100 bill in my hand. So that was the highlight of it right there.
Listen.
I'll give Stephanie credit. When Vince came back, she was not happy about it.
She got out of Dodge. She said, nope.
She got out of Dodge.
I'm out of here.
She said, Dad.
Same thing with Shane.
You got out of here. You should have stayed out. Okay, well, since you're back, I'm gone.
She sure did.
Yeah. Same thing with Shane. In fact, Shane doesn't even want nothing to do with the family business now.
Yeah.
I think part of that is Shane's ego as well, because I think a part of Shane thought that he was going to be handed the family business, and when it went to Paul, he's like, "What? What is this?" But the reality is, Paul was the right choice. Paul was the right choice. Yeah. Bottom line.
Agreed.
And that's not to say, Shane was a good in-ring performer. He brought something to the brand, absolutely, but Shane was very one track like his father in terms of sight, whereas Triple H, Paul sees the whole picture. Paul has the ability
Right.
to, understand the new. And again, Paul is a wrestling lifer.
Fellas.
He came up under Killer Kowalski. Yes.
I don't mean to interrupt you,
Yes.
but the president, 5 minutes into his speech, the Democrats are booing this guy. They standing up yelling at him. This is going to be a circus, guys.
Well,
Oh God.
he was trying to create a dictatorship, and I guess they're finally fed up.
Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them start throwing their shoes like how they did in the foreign countries when Bush walked in there and they just started throwing shoes at him.
Listen. He again. It's sad because the American people really messed up. With this choice, and I'm not going to sit here to say that Kamala Harris was going to be the greatest president in the history
Oh
of
my
everything,
God!
or because
Every
she was
time
a
he
woman.
say something,
They
the
booing.
Democrats are jumping down his throat. Now he's turning his back, talking.
Oh wow. Well, I'm gonna have to
This-
get off and go watch this.
Yeah, we got. I'm about to say we got to go.
Yeah.
We got to go.
But,
this is good.
We thank y'all for joining us on tonight. We appreciate you. We're ending a little bit early tonight. The whole show is about wrestling tonight, but rightfully so, because there
Great
was a lot
show.
to unpack. Great
Great
show.
show.
Thanks to our
Q,
brother Q
pleasure
the
being
Prophet
with you, bro.
chopping it up with us tonight.
Pleasure, guys.
Join us
Thank
next
you.
Tuesday night. You never know who's going to be on the Church Guys Sports Show podcast, so tune in. It could be you. So if you're interested in becoming a guest on the show, inbox me. We can definitely chop it up and talk about you potentially being a guest. Thanks to Bishop Greg Heflin. Thanks to Willie Green, William Stinson Jr., Kevin Darnell Lewis, Bishop L., Pastor Andre Rumble, my other brother, all of you. We thank you. We appreciate you. Have a great night, everyone. We will see you next Tuesday night.
Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check. I need all my Knicks fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the field. Matter of fact, how do you say it from New York? What I say it from New York? Hey yo, let's go Knicks!
Hey yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street, alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs, step back, hit a three. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy, just to see the Knicks play, make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us, whole city is wild. This is New York, why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese, or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah.
Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up.